Hello and welcome to today's episode of One Man and His Whiteboard. Today we're going to be talking about IP subnets. Today we're doing part 1, an introduction to IP subnets. If you recall from our previous video on the IP address scheme, we'll recall that there is a class A, a class B, and a class C in the IP address range. There's also a class D and E, but we don't seem to care about them. We're not going to worry about them for today. A class A, if you remember, the first byte is network, and the remaining bytes, the remaining 3 bytes, are host. In a class B environment, the first 2 bytes are network, and the remaining 2 bytes are for hosts. So the network identifies the address of the network segment, and the host is a host that sits on a network segment. So the network segment will be 10, and the 2 hosts on it will be 10.0.0.1 and 10.0.0.2. Your laptop and your printer, for example. Class C does 3 bytes for network and 1 byte at the end for host. So as you can see, class A is a small number of networks, but you can have lots of hosts on every network. Class C is a large number of networks, but you can have a small number of hosts on every network. And B is kind of halfway in the middle. Now remember, we signal or we signify to the routers, the network itself, and to the observer what is what by use of a network mask. So wherever we have a network field, we put 1s in the mask, and wherever we have a host field, we put 0 in the mask. So 1, remember, is the network, 0 is the host. And of course, all zeros will be 0. Nice and simple. So 8 zeros is 0. 8 ones, and remember, I always break them down into little groups of 4. I kind of did that with the lower one, it just doesn't seem so visible. I break them down into little groups of 4 because it's easier to see them. And that, of course, represents the maximum number you can have in an 8-bit byte, or an 8-bit octet. Octet and bytes are the same thing. That represents 255. Now, just to clarify, an octet and a byte is the same thing today. The concept of a byte back in the olden days could be used to be a different number than 8. Today, a byte is a standard 8 bits. That's why quite often you see data comms engineers, network engineers talking about octets. It's a grouping of 8 bits. Okay. So A, B, and C. So the decimal representation of all 1s in 8 bits is we have a network mask of 255.0.0.0 for a class A address. And we have 255.255.0.0 for a class B address. And then, of course, continuing the pattern, you have 255.255.0 for a class C address. Now remember, you can just count the number of bits that are in the mask, and another representation that we use quite often in networking is to put the /8. There are 8 bits in the network mask in the class 8. Apologies, in the class A. There are 16 bits in the network mask in a class B, and there are 24 bits, network bits, in the mask. I seem to have messed up writing /24 there. Let me try that again. There are 24 ones, 24 bits of networking in a class C address. So we very clearly signify to the network, to the observer, what's a network, what's a host, by the use of the mask. Ones mean it's a network field. 0 means it's a host field. And remember, when we have networking, we have a router. Here we have what is known as a network segment, part of a network. A network can be made up of multiple network segments. So here we have a network segment. And here we have another network segment. I'm going to draw in a different color just to signify this. I'm going to draw the one on the right as purple. So we have purple network segment, and we have, let's give this a more interesting color just for a bit of fun. Let's make this green. So we have a green network segment, and we have a purple network segment. And the network segment is like a street in the real world. All the people who live on the street have the same street address. So you may be 21 Weatherby Road, or you may be 107 Weatherby Road. The street address is the same. In the same way, everybody on a given network segment has the same network number. So everybody on green network segment, they all start with 10, for example. Everybody on purple network segment, they all start with 11. Or if you were using a class B address, they may start with 172.16. So for the IP to work, everybody on a given network segment must have the same network portion. Now the host portions can change by as much as you want, but everybody on a given network segment must have the same network number. So in a class A address, the first number must be the same. In a class B address, the first two numbers must be the same. In a class C address, the first three numbers must be the same. Well, what if you want to put your laptop, a printer, and maybe allow your iPad to join a network as well? That's 3 hosts. Remember that one address is used up by the default gateway. Well, if you allocate a class A address, you'll have an awful lot of wastage, because you can have 256 by 256 by 256 hosts. Well, let's just analyze that for a second. Remember that putting all zeros in the host field signals a network. So if I want to talk about the network 10, I'll write down 10. Then in the host field, I'll put down all zeros. So don't get confused here. A 1 in the mask signifies that that field is a network field. But if I want to talk about a network, for example, network 10, I will zero out all the hosts. So when you say 10.000, everybody understands that you're talking about network 10. And if you notice here, it's common practice on network diagrams to only write down the network portion. So everybody assumes this is 10.000 and this is 11.000 or 172.16.00. You don't need to put in the zeros. Some people may put the /8 at the end to signify that there's 8 bits in the network. And here, of course, we'd put a /16. So when I say 10, I'm implying 10.000. So we can leave out the hosts. It makes the diagram look a little less cluttered. So if you put a 0 in all the host fields, then that means that you're talking about the network. And of course, if you put all 1s in the host field, that means you were referring to everybody. And I want to clean up something here. A lot of people, sometimes when I'm talking about subnetting, they'll see me write down 10.0.1.0. Oh, Phil, you're supposed to keep zeros for the host fields. No, you put zeros in all the host fields, or you put 1 in all the host fields. So if I had 10.0.0.0, all the host fields, the host bytes, the host bits, are 0, that represents the network 10. If I wanted to put a broadcast so everyone gets a packet, I'd use 10 dot all ones in every bit field. So it's all the fields that have to be 0 in the host field to represent a network, and all ones in the host field to represent a broadcast address. So a lot of people really get thrown a curveball by this. This is a completely valid IP address. 10.255.0.0 is a completely valid IP address because it's only having all zeros or all ones in the host field that is not allowed. So what sparked that little conversation off was I said it's 256 by 256 by 256. It's actually 256 by 256 by 256 minus 2, because you've got to take these two off. Because you're not allowed to have all zeros in the host field. You're not allowed to have all ones in the host field as a legitimate IP address. They have a special meaning.